What should be in point A to start digital transformation? The final goal is to make change much faster and much cheaper. Why do we get technological weights instead of technological wings? Yes, it's tempting to hire a single business analyst instead of actually building process management and training all your executives in it. How your company should look like before starting digital transformation. Much have been broken about the term digital transformation. It doesn't matter if we talk about people and processes in conjunction with technology or not, but the main emphasis is often on some technologies. Yeah, of course, we will discuss processes and people, but we will implement blockchain-based ERP with machine learning technology. Heard some kind of this? And here we will talk about it a little bit. Transformation. First of all, can we transform to point B from any starting point? What should be in point A to start digital transformation? I'm sure that only companies with clear vision of its goal, processes to achieve that goals, and understand well where the bottleneck is, can shift to a digital transformation. Digital transformation is such kind of transformation for major company with a well-established organizational structure and processes management, with a clear vision of its main goals and understanding of how this company is going to fulfill its mission, with simple and clear metrics for each division, into a new state, a state in which real processes change with speed of a mouse click, in which productivity reaches new, fundamentally unattainable before values. Through new ways of working with data and receiving feedback from the market extremely fast, through a culture of working with change, the final goal is to make change much faster and much cheaper. Digital transformation is the transformation of high speed to a very high speed. If your business is a cart with unclear goals and tasks between departments, with a lack of synchronization, with a lack of clear understanding of the company's mission and goals, then digital transformation will only mean increased costs. The cart doesn't need a warp drive. I'm very often surprised to see companies with dozens of IT projects, huge and expensive systems, and an incredibly low ability to change. Why do we get technological weights instead of technological wings? Let's break down a few reasons. The first, lack of process-based management. The company doesn't manage its process according to process management. Yeah, there are a lot of processes. Every business has a lot, but the employees doesn't think in terms of processes, can't summarize some details of the project in simple, clear schemes. They interact with the technical departments with long, useless documents and God-only understandable schemas. Mid-level managers and top managers do not operate the processes in a common language. Negotiations last for days. There are an abundance of instructions and regulatory documents. Sometimes a business analyst sits somewhere nearby, but this doesn't help. Instead of understanding exactly what process we are improving and how it is related to the bottleneck in the company, decisions are made on intuition. Tasks came down from the top, and on their way of execution, they often lose the real objective of the project. Such companies, instead of speeding up product time to market or something like this, will solve another problem, implementing a PIM system. Such companies can choose the efficient solution for a problem because they don't see a problem on helicopter view. Instead, they jump into large and expensive project with a huge cluster of functionality. If you can't see the target, you need a weapon of mass destruction to hit it. And when it turns out that despite a year of development and millions of dollars invested in the project, nothing has changed, who becomes guilty? The software developers becomes guilty. After one software developer comes another, and the project fails again. The result is a lack of trust in software developers. The managers might think that they need more developers at the most expensive prices. Expensive developers offer more complicated and more expensive solutions. The IT budget grows, but efficiency don't. In such companies, any technology can solve only a local issue, but in global, nothing gets better.
Now what?
Second, lack of responsibility zones. The lack of process management leads to another consequence. It's not clear who is responsible for the IT system, as it integrates many key business processes of the different departments. The blurred focus of responsibility and unclear understanding of bottlenecks created a lack of criteria for the successful launch of the system. Sometimes the system is implemented, but the real business doesn't see any benefits from it. Project implementation can be last a year. Lack of clear focus on the area of responsibility leads to the replacement of responsibility for the result with meaningless functionality in the software. Such lack of responsibility zones bring company to instant conflicts in departments. If you want to solve a real problem, it will require you to make a collaboration with other departments. And if other departments perceive an attempt to solve your problem as an attack on their area of responsibility, you will get a conflict. Instead of increasing conversation or speeding up delivery to market, the color of button is discussed, because it's the only safe discussion.
I must say, damn good stuff, sir.
So the technology will not solve your root problems either. How to make responsibility areas clear? Implement an organizational structure in the company. For example, look at Hubbard. We use a Hubbard, but you can use anything. With process-based management, it will give you great results, even without a modern software. The third, lack of simple and clear analytics. Companies without clear areas of responsibility and clear business processes do not have simple performance criteria available to all departments. We sometimes see BI systems, or even couple of them, where it would be enough to have simple summary tables in Excel or even manually collected weekly statistics. The data from such BI usually not used widely, because there is no way to quickly change the data to be collected and refine the methodology of the collection. BI or data warehouse systems in such companies not only does not improve anything, but on the contrary, gives everyone a false sense of control and the presence of analytics. Yes, digital transformation can dramatically speed up data acquisition, but without the habit of collecting such data, without the habit of operating on the simplest possible data, when one person is responsible for metrics, another for analyzing those metrics, and third for reporting on those metrics, accurate analytical projects are as useless as polishing and fixing microcracks in a crashed car. The last, HR processes, communication and qualification divisions. If your company have processes-based management, well-defined responsibility zones, and good analytics, you need a right person to run your changes and the right processes to hire, teach, control, and give feedback to them. How will the company look without it? Usually, in such companies, you can't hire someone qualified enough, but such companies never fire. Poorly qualified personnel understand the process roughly. HR departments hire based on nice resume and usually don't test on soft skills at all. In that case, your bottleneck not in the software or breaking through technologies. Bottleneck is the right person on right positions doing right things. Final. To summarize, I want to note that the path of effective organization is not easy. Yeah, it's very tempting to fall for advertising booklets of software products that promise to solve all your problems with a wonderful set of functionality. Yes, it's tempting to hire a single business analyst instead of actually building process management and training all your executives in it. Yes, tempting to hire guys with fantastic resumes instead of building complex HR processes with in-depth recruiting. It is tempting, instead of simple, clear, and demanding to understand technologies, to attend a couple of agile training sessions and declare that your team is Agile Dream Team now. I want to reassure you, it takes a little over a year to prepare a company for digital transformation, and you shouldn't get discouraged if you are not ready for new technologies right now. You need to start implementing all the processes systematically and rhythmically while preparing your existing IT infrastructure for these changes. The work itself won't look as impressive as implementing machine vision on blockchain in innovative agile culture. And at least the first year, there usually isn't time for conferences. But believe me, we've seen this many times in our own experience. After a year, the level of micromanagement and discussion of what color buttons goes away. And comes a clear understanding of directional of movement and solid result. Thank you.